This is podcast episode 14, and today we're talking about something homeowners usually say, "Oh, I'll get to it someday," right up until the day they wish they had. This episode is titled, How to Be Prepared Before Disaster Strikes by Making an Emergency Plan. Now let me say this up front, an emergency plan is not fear-based, it's not dramatic, and it's definitely not doomsday prepping. It's all about buying yourself time, clarity, and options when your brain is running on panic and adrenaline. Because when disaster strikes, nobody thinks clearly at first. Not homeowners, not insurance companies, and not even seasoned professionals. And I've seen that play out hundreds of times in real life. Welcome to the Happy Homeowners Hub Podcast, where we share real-life stories, break down the lessons, mistakes, and wins that can save you time, money, and stress when navigating a property claim, buying your first home, selling your home by owner, and staying on top of home maintenance and repairs. I am your host, Fred Turner, and each week I'll guide you through these 4 topics so you can become happy homeowners with no regrets. Let's start with an uncomfortable truth. Most homeowners think, that won't happen to me. Oh, I'll get to it later. I've got insurance. I'll be fine. I'll figure it out if something happens. That mindset usually lasts right up until the basement's filling with water, the roof is torn open, a tree crashes through your family room roof, or half the house smells like smoke. Here's the problem. Insurance is not an emergency plan. Insurance is a financial tool that kicks in later. An emergency plan is what helps you survive the first minutes, hours, and days without making panic-driven decisions. Here's a real-life story, the flooded basement freeze. I once inspected a home where a water heater leaked while the homeowners were at work, and they came home to 2 inches of water in the basement, ruined furniture, a furnace sitting in water, and they stood there for nearly an hour debating what to do. Who do we call? Should we shut the water off? And whether the insurance will cover it or not. Why? Because they had no plan. By the time action was taken, damage had spread to areas that could have been saved. That added thousands to the claim and weeks to the repair. An emergency plan wouldn't have stopped the water heater from failing, but it would have limited the damage, especially if they could have shut off the water in the house. This is what an emergency plan actually is. Let's make it simple. A homeowner emergency plan answers 5 basic questions. What types of disasters are most likely to happen where I live? What should I do immediately if one happens? Who do I call first? Where is my critical home information? And how do I protect my family while minimizing the damage? That's it. It's not a binder the size of a phone book. It's not a 47-step checklist. It's clarity under pressure. You don't need a plan for everything. You do need a plan for what's realistic in your area. Most homeowners should focus on water damage, storm damage, fire or smoke damage, power outages, severe storms including wind, hail, tornadoes, and hurricanes if common in your area, frozen or burst pipes, and ice damming if you're in the Midwest like I am. Your plan should reflect your house and your location, not what you saw on the Weather Channel last night. Here's another real-life story for you I call the storm after dark. A family I work with had a major windstorm hit late at night. Tree went through the roof, rain was pouring in, the kids were panicking, and they had no flashlight handy, no roofing company contact, no tree cutting contact, no photos of the home before the damage. The husband told me later, I felt useless just standing there. That wasn't a lack of strength or intelligence, that was a lack of preparation. A simple emergency plan would have turned chaos into controlled damage. What should be in every emergency plan? Here's the Happy Homeowners version of a practical emergency plan. Know your shutoff locations. Every adult in your home should know where the main water shutoff is, where the electric panel is, where the gas shutoff is. And yes, you should actually test them once a year. Not during an emergency, that's like learning to swim during a flood. Emergency contact lists. Create a short list that includes your insurance agent, your insurance company, a trusted plumber, an electrician, a roofer, a tree cutting company, a restoration company, and local non-emergency numbers you may need. Store it on your phone and in the cloud. Print it in a safe place. Share it with your spouse, kids, or partner. When panic hits, your memory is not always reliable. Home documentation. You don't want to be walking through a destroyed home thinking, what did this look like before? Take photos of every room. Take photos of the exterior of your home, including sheds, fences, and outbuildings. Also, video walkthroughs of your house inside and out. Close-ups of your upgrades, and store all these photos on your phone and in the cloud, and try to update them once a year. This one step alone can make or break a property claim. I have another real-life story for you I call The Photos That Saved the Claim. I work with a homeowner whose insurance adjuster questioned the finished basement and what it looked like before the flood. The homeowner calmly pulled up a video walkthrough of his entire basement from 6 months earlier. Game over. There were no further questions the adjuster had. He knew exactly what the basement looked like, what kind of finishes it had, and exactly how to prepare his estimate from this video. That claim went from a possible delayed and disputed claim to a quickly approved claim, all because the documentation was done before the disaster had struck. Family and pet planning. Emergency plans are not just about buildings, they're about people and your animals. Your plan should answer, where do we meet if we have to leave our house? Who grabs the pets? What essentials come with us? Do you have a bug-out bag to bring with? And if you have kids, keep it simple. They don't need fear. They need organization and predictability. This is what I call the I'll just wing it plan. I've heard homeowners say, I'll just wing it if something happens. That's like saying, I'll figure out the parachute on the way down. That approach rarely ends well. Here's a big takeaway. Homeowners with emergency plans file cleaner claims and they're resolved faster. They avoid unnecessary damage. They make fewer emotional decisions and they get better outcomes in the long run. Insurance claims often go sideways before the adjuster even shows up. Preparation can help prevent that. I have a little bit of homework for you. Here are some quick action steps for you to do this week. Before next week's episode, which comes out Wednesday morning, locate and label your water shutoffs. Create a one-page emergency contact list. Take photos and videos of your home, each room, and the outside of your home. Include sheds and fences and outbuildings. Talk through a basic emergency plan with your family. That's it. One evening, big payoff. I also have a special offer for you. Get your free homeowner emergency plan checklist by going to my website, happyhomeownershub.com, and fill out the contact us page and put the word emergency plan in the message box, and I'll email you a copy of the homeowner emergency plan checklist. See the details in the show notes as well. If you would like more information on navigating property claims, I have published a book available on Amazon.com called The Happy Homeowners Handbook for Navigating Property Claims, and I have a companion book called The Happy Homeowners Claim Documentation Booklet. For more information on these books and others, go to my website, happyhomeownershub.com. If you would like to receive my newsletter, which begins in March of 2026, just go to my website and fill out the Contact Us page and put the word newsletter in the message box. Here is the Happy Homeowners Hub podcast disclaimer. The information provided in this podcast does not and is not meant to be considered professional or legal advice. This information should not be used without consulting a licensed professional where appropriate. So today we've covered why every homeowner needs an emergency plan, what every emergency plan should include, why insurance is not an emergency plan, the most common disasters homeowners are likely to face, real-life examples of preparation versus panic. Preparation does not prevent disasters. It limits panic, stress, and prevents regret. If you found this episode helpful, share it with another homeowner who still thinks, that won't happen to me. Hopefully, you will continue to listen to this podcast, learn some things, gain new insights, feel empowered, and relieve some of your stress. My goal is to make you happy homeowners with no regrets. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Happy Homeowners Hub Podcast. My goal is to make your homeownership journey smoother, smarter, and way less stressful. I've got some great stories, tips, and occasional guest experts coming up in future episodes, so stay tuned. And remember, your home is your biggest investment. Be smart from the start. Thanks for listening. This is your host, Fred Turner, and I'll see you at the next episode. Have a blessed day. Goodbye.